the skate witches, and we don't take no crap from no one.
We have our standards. If you don't have a rat, you can't be one of us.
Meet Danny Plotnick.
The man behind the camera.
His work has been described as gritty, bad-mouthed, and a beautiful take on 80s subculture.
Hey boys, you need a ride?
Gumball machine!
He has been featured on the independent film channel, the MoMA at New York City, and even on MTV.
You know, 87, 88, when I really started making films, 86, you know, I mean, I was going to punk rock shows in Detroit, I had friends in bands. I was not interested in mainstream culture at all. There was just nothing out there I liked. There was nothing on the radio that I wanted to hear, and so I just gravitated to that counterculture.
What made you want to get started in film?
Teacher, he also wrote a lot of books, came in and showed us Strike by Eisenstein, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. You know, the scene where the goats are getting slaughtered while the workers are getting slaughtered. I'm like, that's unbelievable. And there was just like this, like, boom, light bulb. Like, that's what I want to do.
But it wasn't always easy for Danny. At first he took to the road, projector and films in trunk, screening his films in bars, warehouses, and cafes across the country, only eventually finding the wider audience he knew was out there.
The joke was like, oh, this thing that we just, you know, did in the afternoon, it's going to be the most famous thing I ever did, you know, like all these things you spend years on, no one cares about this thing, you just sort of slough off in the afternoon, people go, yeah, it's amazing. I only shot Super 8 out of necessity because I could afford it. I wasn't doing it to be difficult or to be a Luddite, I was doing it because I wanted to make films, and that was the only way I could afford to make film.
His love of film also led him to the love of his life.
Is that right?
Allison Levy, a Bay Area musician who has played leading roles as well as scored the music on some of his movies such as Pipsqueak Follies and Swinger's Serenade. How has it been, I guess, working with your husband on these little shorts and films? And all
it's so much fun. We work really well together. He did that video too. I don't know if you saw that Time for Leaving video from my band that he did last year. We do as much as we can together. I'm always doing music and he's doing film, and hopefully, you know, we can connect them as much as possible, because it's just, you know, our minds work in a similar way, which is why we've been together for 20 years.
I got a tour of his garage where much of his old filmmaking equipment and movie props still existed.
This is a pretty sweet looking camera. Dented lens, I might have done that. We always had a couple cameras that we used to go to some of the punk rock shows and film things, and we called it our pit cameras. We could take them into the pit, and if they got fucked up, it was all right. This is the clock from Pillow Talk. This is the murder weapon from Swinger's Serenade. This is a camera that shot Skate, which is right here. Aisaki, the whole bit. And this is a camera you didn't see that much, but it's an awesome camera with an awesome lens. I love this camera. Me and this camera went everywhere together. It's an old Kodak. So it's a regular age camera. Oh, this camera doesn't work. The Bauer was a big, high-class name.
He was grabbing some 18mm cartoon reels which he would later project that night at a stuffed bookstore with kids and grown-ups alike.
Alright, here we go.
You can tell Danny enjoys showing today's younger generations a glimpse of the past. Tonight it's just about appreciating the dust and scratches on the film, accompanied with the humming of the projector. Who cares if things aren't perfect? In today's world, it's nice to see people appreciating things in their entirety, warts and all.